Jeremiah Buffalo-Wargo on behalf of Mr. Love, who is seated to my right.
All right, and have you had a chance to review the updated PSI?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
Additions or corrections today?
Yes, Your Honor. We would add that, correct, Mr. Love has completed the assessment. There was a hiccup with them not releasing it due to his inability to pay. We have very recently since forwarded that to the probation department. In that assessment were no requirements for any sort of counseling or anything like that he would have failed to do. And he has made payments on his fines and costs as well since the issuing of that PSI, Your Honor. I believe there's only approximately $70. $40 that are remaining. Your Honor, we would ask for a very brief adjournment to allow for those things to catch up with Mr. Love's file and potentially have him successfully complete his delay of sentence.
Well, I had the assessment dated March 25th of 2024. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
So completed after the PSI. And I don't know what you mean it doesn't make any recommendations. It says recommendation are related to individual and group counseling related to emotional regulation, skill development, interpersonal skill interactions, problem solving skills, vocational and aptitudes, career planning, exploration assessment, as well as financial literacy. That doesn't sound like no recommendation to me.
I missed that, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Love, you don't have to make a statement today. Is there anything you want to say?
Yes, sir. So
Go ahead and stand up.
Yes, so I was unaware that I had to follow anything when I talked to the assessment people. They were.
Did you read this assessment?
I actually asked for mines to send it to me, and they told me that I wasn't allowed to receive it. That only my probation officer can have it. And when I did the assessment, they never told me, hey, you have to do these things, you know. And I called, I went up there twice, and they just said, congratulations and good luck, basically.
As someone who's been in trouble, I highly doubt they said, oh, we don't know, good luck, figure it out, okay. And he said, I called twice, I went up there, yeah, nothing.
Mr. Love, can I ask you, what did you do that I asked you to do during this last year?
Oh, I'll answer that, Judge. He did nothing. He absolutely did nothing. I mean, he tried. He put in some good effort. He really did. He called twice, but I mean, cut him a break, Judge.
Did you get a job?
Yes, sir.
When?
I got a job just recently. I was working at, well, I mean, more than just recently. I worked a few months before that. I worked at McDonald's. I worked with a couple staffing agencies. Your Honor, it's been very hard for me to grab a job with this felony. I know that you want me to hold on to a job, and by nature, that's how I am. That's what I was doing before this even happened. But because of the nature of the felony on my record, I keep getting denied jobs. So only thing that I'm even getting denied jobs in staffing agencies, but I've held on to a couple jobs. Right now, I'm with a staffing agency, but laid off because it was only a 2-week employment for a line that they had to catch up on, and then they laid me off. And I've been waiting and waiting because that's all I really want to do, Your Honor. I just want to get this passed so I can start working and get my life back.
If I may, Your Honor, is the court in possession of the email from the probation officer downstate, Mr. Secor, that indicates that that Mr. Love has had employment on and off?
No,
again, it was fairly recently that the email was received and forwarded to your probation department, and like this morning recently, Your Honor.
Well, I got the pre-sentence report, and I got the assessment that makes recommendations. If there's an email you want me to read, somebody better give it to me.
I don't have the hard copy here, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rich, Mr. Juliet, any recommendations for the people?
Your Honor, I would ask that the delay be revoked, and probation be discharged unsuccessful, 6 months in jail. I would note for the court that back when he was sentenced on the delay, the court waived a number of costs. So the fact that he hasn't completed his financial obligations is concerning. And in his allocution, I guess, he did say that he's had jobs, but they've been on and off, so that's concerning that he can't keep employment, not so much that he can't get employment. So I guess I would ask that the delay be revoked and count one enter.
All right, well, Mr. Love, you're here today after a 1-year delay of sentence for a felony crime of resisting or assaulting, obstructing police. I gave you a lot of consideration a year ago and didn't ask you to do a whole lot, and you did even less than I asked. You know, you didn't maintain employment, and the excuses you're giving me here today are pretty weak. There's a lot of people with worse records than you that are able to maintain work. And also, I cut your fines down about as low as I possibly could. In fact, I did. The lowest I could legally assess. And you didn't pay them in a year. And these were doable. These were doable if you were picking up cans. Plus, you were supposed to get an assessment. You don't do that until like a couple weeks ago. And then you're here today telling me, and I don't have to do anything with it, but I'm reading a bunch of stuff that you have to do to address the issues that brought you before the court. And you should have done those is a year ago. That's why we put you on a delay for a year, so that you can do this on the front end and go to counseling and get in a better spot. Not so you can come once you find out you're in trouble and then you go and get one. That is not how that works on you. I can't possibly find that you have successfully completed this delay. So, Mr. Love, you have not successfully completed the delay, so we do have to sentence you on the underlying offense. The felony conviction for resisting, obstructing police will enter. The guidelines are 0 to 9 months. And I'm going to order that you serve 3 months in the Sheboygan County Jail, give you credit for 3 days previously. That's within the guidelines. And if you want to appeal, you have to file an application with the Court of Appeals. If you want a lawyer, you have to ask within 42 days. Any amounts that are unpaid will remain due and owing on the judgments. Good luck to you, Mr. Lowe.
No.
Mr. Love.
Your Honor, man, please.
I cut the sentence even in half what was recommended. Mr. Love, I've done all I can and will do to promise right this instant. Or you're going to go for longer. If you want to go for longer, then keep it up. Right now. Exit my courtroom, sir.
We're gonna go through that door, okay?